Hello and welcome to the Friday artwork video. So I've got a nice stack of Scars of Mirrodin cards here. The first part is going to be, I think it's actually all the rares pretty much that I pulled out of boosters, plus a few foils. I thought it'd be a good set to have a little bit of a look at the foils, because there's a couple of foils that actually do look really good and I want to see what they look like on camera. So we'll just go through these again, mainly focusing on the artwork. I've covered all the keywords and abilities in the set musings, so I don't think I need to focus too much on those. I will maybe show the occasional one if I think it's an interesting one to look at. And you can see as well a number of these are not just rares, they're mythic rares. So let's have a look through and see what we can spot. Something I can use as a pointer. So some are in here because of the detail in the background, some are just because they look interesting. This one I wanted to sort of compare and contrast. So this is the foil version of the card. This is the full version of True Conviction. And I also happen to have the regular version. I don't know if I can get both on camera very easily here. It's my Grand Architect. And of course the Necrotic Ooze. It's pretty nasty looking. Again, probably more detail than you really want to care for there. Actually, there's a few things I hadn't noticed. I'm not sure what is this supposed to be, some sort of like scrying pool, you know? Oh, Skitherix. I mean, this sort of yellowy effect here is much more prominent actually on camera than it is in real life. And some of the details around here are popping a little better on camera. Oh, I didn't notice the figures here. Interesting. Oh, Horde Smelter Dragon. Again, you know, maybe you've noticed the swag down here a bit more. That's clearly being smelted. Another foil card. The other thing with the foils as well, and I will show on here, can you see the watermark pops a little better? Oh wow, that really pops out on camera. So moving on to some artifacts now, because as you know, this was a very heavy artifact deck. This was something I probably didn't bring to your attention on the set music. This was actually a mill card here. So that would interact quite nicely with well, the previous Necrotic Ooze actually. This is an interesting piece of artwork here. Again, some of the details pop a little better. Yeah, another foil that I was curious about how this would look. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. Oh yes. So this is why I mentioned about Mox Opal. Yeah, I was very lucky with this set. That looks nice up close actually. And we'll see one or two Mirs here. I've got some lower rarity cards at the end for various reasons, but we're still on the rares and mythic rares here. But obviously I'm also showing some of the foils as well because they did look pretty good in this set. Oh, and an Origin Spellbomb in the foil version, and you can see again those sort of hexagonal shapes that also relate to the set symbol. That's pretty nice. Good old steel Hellkite. So I did pull one of the dual lands, one of those tab lands in this set. I got the Copperline Gorge. And so what I did now is I just picked one or two commons and uncommons. And I think I've got one from each of the 5 colours, just because I thought they looked interesting, and there were some interesting details in the foreground that sometimes gets missed if you're not looking on it closely. I wanted to just see whether anything interesting popped on Thrumming Bird as well. That's why that's in here. And also Grasp of Darkness. Yeah, again there's some foreground detail here that I hadn't really noticed. I mean, nothing major, but just it gives the card a little bit more perspective. And Furnace Celebration as well. It's also interesting, isn't it, how when you have just the artwork and not the rest of the card, because of that, and when I've got it on camera, because I see both, of course. When you're watching this, you'd only see the on camera version, but your eye gets drawn to a different area on the artwork, you know, on the camera view, because you just see, well, the artwork and the name and the type, but yeah, you tend to get all drawn to a different thing. Like I couldn't work out what this was initially, and of course it's a creature running away. I don't know if it's just ejected it from its mouth. I think that's what it is. Yeah, look, there it is. You can see there's its antlers, I think. Is that something like that? I'm not sure. It's an odd-looking creature to some degree, but yeah. And I was curious as to what bladed pinions would look like. It actually, yeah, I was hoping to see detail around here a little better. When I finally upload this, of course, I'll be able to see it at, like on a 1080 screen, on a TV screen. So I'm hoping the detail around here might be a bit more prominent. You definitely get the real effect of the razor wings. And I was also curious, slightly different piece of artwork, but again, what sort of spiky goodness we might see on culling dice. Notice like the teeth-like things around here as well, and I'm assuming this is some sort of stairs. And I don't think we'd be complete without a few Mia, seeing as they're so prevalent in the set. That would look cool in foil, which unfortunately I don't have one. I wanted to see what this one looked like, because it looked like it would pop a bit better. And you can see there's the hexagonal design again in the background. And Throne of Geth. Yeah, you definitely see a little bit more detail here when it's on camera. Interesting things down here going on. And I thought what I'd do is just look at all the spell bombs that I had. You've already seen the foil of one of these, but I wanted to look at similarities. Unfortunately, I'm missing one. So we've got the blue one. We have the black one. There's the one we've already seen. We saw the foil of that, the origin, which is the white, and the red panic spell bomb. It's quite possible I've got the green one in lurking somewhere or in another box. And then also this one, I thought this was a good one to end on. So this is Glimmer Post, one of the well, it's the only common non-basic land in the set. And again, that sort of honeycomb pattern. I don't know if there's anything particularly interesting in the reflection there. Well, I suppose it's not really a reflection, is it? Because you can sort of see the overspill from the clouds. So almost like, is it like that slight effect you get on droplets, more than a reflection, where you're sort of seeing it, what's behind, but in a slightly different perspective, if that's the right word. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that. I always love doing these, and I know they're popular. So thanks for watching. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next episode.